Hello, Taurus. Here, this is a Fox Astrology and Tarot, bringing you for the month of August, the transits and also a general love reading for you, just to help you on your way. Starting off on the 3rd, we have Mercury going direct into Cancer, finally making it through the retrograde cycle. So things should be kind of easing up there with your communication, maybe making it a little easier emotionally to share what you're feeling. On the 7th, we have the Sun trining Jupiter in Scorpio, and on the 8th, we have Venus trining Jupiter in Scorpio. Now, Jupiter in Scorpio is kind of a dive into intimacy, a dive into self-awareness, maybe working on some shadow stuff. In terms of your work with the Sun and Venus, this may make it a bit of a challenge to really stay objective, but that's the whole point here, is we're diving into maybe some deeper issues that will ultimately help you understand yourself better and maybe handle some deeper issues with some more conviction. Now, in general, this is really about maturity. In general, this is really about spiritual awareness. And ultimately, I think this will be a great achievement for you working through this transit as you kind of unlock and peel away a few layers that you hadn't had before. So, later on the 13th, we have the Sun in conjunction with Venus in Cancer. I've got the Ace of Shields here just kind of as a comparison. I feel like really what's going on here is you feeling really great in your body, really feeling like you're able to enjoy yourself, really able to create, really able to invent, really able to move forward, take action, almost kind of like a universal blessing, feeling like you got a nice approval rating from the universe and able to move forward in some directions that you've been trying to do. This is a great time for maybe some projects you have, maybe some ideas or collaborations you've been trying to put together. Great time to take action on that. Later on the 16th, Mercury squares up with Uranus in Aries. It's a little bit of a challenge here. The Montsegur is kind of similar to the traditional tarot card of the Tower. This looks a little fiery and scary, but ultimately what this is bringing in some new things requires taking out the old, maybe removing some structures that haven't really been helping for you. Now, as a Taurus, this instability, this change, this maybe possibly a lightning quick kind of change, as Uranus often likes to do, these realizations or these really quick events can really stir up a lot of anxiety. But don't worry, keep your eye on the prize here, and that's moving forward, building up your confidence, building up your momentum towards your goals in life, your dreams. And some of that is going to require some sacrifice. Some of that is going to require letting go of some possibly bad habits, bad people, bad places, bad memories, that sort of thing. Later on the 17th, we have Venus moving into Leo. We have the Sun moving into Leo on the 18th, and we have Mercury moving into Leo on the 27th. So that's 3 different dates, but they're all 3 planets moving into Leo this month. In general, I'm going to say this is a great opportunity to really let yourself shine, to kind of show off your gifts and talents, show off the best side of yourself. So definitely be on your good behavior, as maybe there's going to be a lot of people watching you. This is a great time to take some risks, even though that may not be up your alley, so to speak. Putting yourself out there, maybe being a little bit more vulnerable than usual, acting on some passions, on some convictions, and that way you can take advantage of this time as these planets are in Leo. You might even feel more comfortable with that, being in Leo, as these planets are really going to help bring in some energy into that area of your life, feeling an impulse, feeling like you really want to go out and do something and have a role in society and have an impact. So later we have on the 21st, Mercury trining Saturn in Sagittarius. in general, that card I didn't feel resonated quite perfectly, so I'm just going to say in general on the 21st is a great time for business work, for making plans, for dotting the I's, crossing some T's, maybe taking care of your finances, straightening things out in that term. Later on the 24th, we have Venus in conjunction with Mars in the sign of Leo. I pulled out the Two of Love here. I feel like it's perfect. Mars in conjunction with Venus is going to really help you bring out a very sensitive, empathetic side, really feeling balanced in terms of your ability in your friendships and in your partnerships to really understand where people are coming from, to communicate on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, on a physical level, really clearly, to be able to get your point across and to understand. And most of all, I feel really here to enjoy yourself. The Taurus is ruled by Venus, so this is a really great opportunity for you to take some action, move yourself forward with some of this Mars energy, really allowing you to get a lot more of what you want done. And lastly, we have on the 26th, Venus trining Uranus in Aries. On the 28th, we also have Mars trining Uranus in Aries. And on the 29th, the Sun trining Uranus in Aries. I feel like this trine altogether with these three planets is bringing in a lot of change for you. Now, as a Taurus, this stability is typically really important to you. Uranus is going to improve the situation through maybe making some changes to maybe how you see yourself, who you think you are, how you present and how you communicate yourself to other people. Now with Venus, obviously this is going to make some changes, maybe possibly, the kinds of activities you find enjoyable, the kinds of activities you find are pleasurable and fun, maybe even the kinds of groups of friends you typically have fun with. Maybe that might require some changes in order to find, what really works for you. And so Uranus is going to shake some things up. Sorry. Uranus is going to shake some things up. Also, with Mars trining Uranus, this is really going to make some big changes. And you're going to really want this change. So it's not going to be too scary with Mars involved. So I look forward to this happening for you, as change, even though it can be risky, it can be scary, is always going to bring in something great for you. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards and just see if there's any general messages for you for the month of August and see what I can do to help. All right, so some really great messages here. For the Crow, really consider what the truth is here, what the long-term perspective is. You don't want to get lost in maybe the details too much of the physical world. The Taurus is really strong there. The Taurus may be really attached to some physical situation, some physical arrangement that you've got going on that is working great for you. This month, there may be some changes in that area, so keep in mind some universal laws, some universal truth, some big perspective, understanding the great mysteries of life, that they cannot be solved, that sometimes you're going to be pulled in directions that you don't want to go in the moment, but once you get there, you're going to realize how much it's helping you. You're going to realize how much of a benefit it has for your long-term goal, for your long-term development. And lastly, the Turkey coming through with this message of self-sacrifice, generosity, recognizing what you can do for your community, what you can do for the people that you love, the people that you're deeply passionate about, helping them make it through life, having some fun. The Turkey wants you to be generous, to think of what you can give, to think of what you can help others with based on your skills, based on your resources, whatever you've got going on, I'm sure would really help some other people in this situation during this month. And I'm sure you're also going to have plenty of opportunities to really see this through. given your opportunities with the transits. They're going to push you in this direction, and you're going to feel like you've got some extra energy, especially with Mars and the Sun really allowing you to show off and really present a great side of yourself. Let that shine, and let that really be a fun month for you, getting to be yourself and be accepted and be recognized. So hopefully this helps you for the month of August. I look forward to hearing your feedback, your comments. Let me know how I'm doing. And if you want to catch more of this next month, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified as soon as I upload it. And I'll also be doing weekly readings and weekly astrology updates that will cover more in depth some of the more important transits so that I can help you along your way. And I look forward to hearing back from you. So have a good one. Peace.